After this video, you should be able to explain what tacit collusion is and how it takes place in an oligopoly market structure. Also, you will learn what a payoff matrix is and understand how it could be used to help firms make long-term output and pricing decisions. To understand tacit collusion, you should first be clear on what collusion means. Collusion occurs when firms agree, formally or informally, to cooperate for their mutual benefit. If they work together, they could agree on limits to advertising, and thus contain their advertising costs. Firms could also maximize their profits by working together. Additionally, they could benefit from greater stability in their industry due to the ability to have a clear understanding of what their rivals will and will not be doing. Tacit collusion is an informal type of collusion in which firms do not explicitly agree to collude. There is no official agreement to collude, and they do not necessarily directly communicate with each other about manipulating the market. Let's look at how this could happen. Tacit collusion can come in the form of price leadership. Price leadership is a strategy in which one dominant firm, the price maker, sets a price and other firms, the price takers, follow. The dominant firm must consider the responses of its rivals when setting prices. The dominant firm maximizes their profit by producing where marginal cost equals marginal revenue. Whether or not the price takers earn a profit depends on their cost structure. The dominant firm may consider setting their price high enough that it allows following firms to secure additional benefit as opposed to a more competitive environment. Next, we're going to see how strategy may play out in a duopoly, an oligopoly where two firms dominate the market. I'm going to set up a payoff matrix, which is simply a table that shows the possible outcomes of two firms' decisions. I'll simplify the oligopoly structure to a duopoly, which is an oligopoly in which two firms dominate the market, such as Coke and Pepsi. In this example, I'll consider two competing firms, Firm X and Firm Y, and the influences on their decisions to increase the level of promotion for their products. First is Firm X, which has the choice to either continue with limited promotion or increase their level of promotion. Firm Y has the same choices. If both firms limit their promotion campaigns, both firms will earn a profit of $40. However, if only Firm X increases its promotion while Firm Y limits theirs, Firm X can earn $65 profit, substantially more than the previous strategy. Firm Y will be left with only $5 of profit. However, Firm X needs to keep in mind what Firm Y would do. If Firm Y increases promotion while Firm X continues with limited promotion, then Firm X will earn very little profit while Firm Y earns $65 in profit. If both firms are unsure of what the other will do, then they may just both increase their promotion, which leads to a profit of $20 each. In a one-shot game, anything could happen. However, firms like Coke and Pepsi are in constant back-and-forth competition. The result will be that both firms decide to limit promotion and continue to earn $40 profit over the longer term. You'll need to understand this payoff matrix and how it relates to game theory. Game theory looks at the actions of competitors in order to determine an optimal strategy. There are many examples of this you can look up, and I'll share two of my favorite ones in the information below. See if you can write your own payoff matrix for the ferry scene in The Dark Knight. Hopefully by now you have a better understanding of tacit collusion and how it takes place within an oligopoly. Also, you should be able to set up a simple payoff matrix and understand the implications of different business decisions for a firm. Check out the link for the Dark Knight clip below and comment on how it relates to this topic. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below or email me at EnhanceTuition@gmail.com. That's us done for now, and I will see you in the next one.